Hello, Terra Novo Lyceum, and hello, world. I'm your host, Dalva, and we are almost into March, if you can believe it. We've just, starting last week, entered Pisces season. So, for our reading for this week, okay, so that's February 26th through March 4th. Like I said, we're almost there. We're going to be drawing cards from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So I have a few announcements before we get into our card reading. One, and most importantly, happy birthday, Kim! Yay! If I'm not badly mistaken, this is your 40th. So let me offer the official welcome to middle age. I entered 40 in November, so you are welcome here. And let's see, what else? Kim's class, so second, Kim is offering she'll correct me if I'm wrong here, a novel in verse class for April. And so April is National Poetry Month, and so there'll be more information coming about that. And again, it's just around the corner. I know it's like, well, it's April, Dalva. That's not March. It's coming. It's coming a lot quicker than what we think. So Kim has a class coming up. And just as a general reminder, Kim and I both offer personal card readings. We have a little in the pin section. We both do arts and crafts things. Kim makes these awesome, and again, Kim, if I'm mispronouncing this, besoms, like the little brooms, okay, sweep away negative energy. I do handmade soaps. I do some crochet, but we both offer card readings as well. So there's a lot of things going on right now. Even though the energy is kind of nebulous, I would expect nothing less for Pisces season. But here we are. So I feel like there's some exciting things kind of on the horizon, and we're still kind of in this space where things are kind of in between, liminal, nebulous, still a little flowy. It's like we never know what to do with January and February, really. I mean, December, it's Christmas or the solstice or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, or like really like one out of several hundred holidays that are happening. And so we kind of have this, structure around it. And then after New Year's, it's like, what do we do until spring? And I feel like our reading has kind of touched on that. So our first card is Have Faith, and I do like the artwork on these cards. I'm trying to turn it sideways there because when I hold it on, you can see there a little bit of a glare. Hope y'all can still read that. Have faith, and it says your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. So this is saying to me, whatever you have in the works that you've planted seeds for. This isn't necessarily something new. This is something that you've been working on, something that you've been nurturing and fostering and working toward. It's coming, okay? It's have faith. It's kind of like, like there's certain flowers you have to plant in the fall because they have to overwinter underground or they won't bloom. It feels like that. So whatever you've been working on that's kind of been in the background, kind of been, behind the scenes in the works, it's manifesting. You don't have to go out and tug on the grass to make it grow. It's coming. It's almost there. Just take a deep breath. You got this, okay? And here's the thing about this reading. It's like I have this one at the beginning and we have this one at the very end, and they feel like they're on a continuum, but we have a couple of action steps in between. And so our first step here in between, okay, besides having faith, is self-forgiveness. And it says, let go of old guilt and remember that you are God's perfect child. If you don't like God, God is the perfect child of the universe. Perfect child of your parents, whatever works there. This feels like negative self-talk. Maybe because you've been working really hard on something and you just don't feel like that you're going to make it or that it's going to work out. It is. Okay, so maybe there's some negative self-talk. Guilt. Guilt is absolutely useless. And this may sound a little harsh, but I am kind of a tough love person. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a tough love person. And all this comes from a place of love. Please remember that. Guilt is useless. If you do something that you feel bad about, just don't do it again. Say you're sorry, let it go, and move on. Almost as useless as guilt is shame. Okay? Again, if you've done something or said something or harmed somebody, say you're sorry and don't do it again. Okay? Like holding on to stuff and wallowing in it. Frequently, though, it's been my experience, people have guilt and shame around things that they shouldn't have guilt or shame around. It's something that's been put in their head. It's someone else's guilt. It's someone else's shame. And I'm not knocking that as like a deeper process. Like, I understand there's a lot of work around that. But if it's the former thing where, I feel bad about, knock it off. Just knock it off, okay? You're okay. Don't just do better. When we know better, we do better, okay? So forgive yourself. Again, the negative self-talk. And this is for my folks out there that have kids, or even fur babies, I'll accept that. If you wouldn't let someone talk to your beloved child or your beloved fur baby that way, don't talk to yourself that way, okay? If you wouldn't let someone talk to somebody, let's say somebody else you care about, like one of your friends, it's like, would you say that to your friend? Would you put up with someone else saying that to your friend? Then don't say it to yourself. It's also a good litmus test. So I feel like, and maybe it's connected here. It may not. Like, maybe this is sort of a last cleansing before the spring, like letting this go. It's a stumbling block. Letting it go, getting it out of the way, forgiving yourself. You're fine. Okay? You're human. You're having a human experience. You're not going to get it right all the time. It's how we learn. Okay? And it's okay. So, and it may be related to this, but I really feel like this could go either way. That the having faith, that maybe you're upset because you think that what you've been working really hard on isn't coming to fruition. It is. But also I feel like this could be one of those things like, all right, well, the last little step is letting go of the negativity, letting go of the self flagellation. Let go of that, okay? Knock it off. All right. Because spring is on the way, folks. A new dawn, okay? It says the worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So again, that feels a lot like letting go of that self-imposed guilt, blame, shame. I don't want to use the word negativity because that's kind of guilt. Letting go of those things. Spring is on the way. New beginnings are on the way. Have a new dawn. Okay, the thing that you're having faith in, it's coming. Okay, it's dawning. Okay, so these are new beginnings. It says the worst is now behind you. You need to let that go. Whatever it is, whatever experience it is, it needs to go away. You need to let it go. All right, it needs to go, because along with that new dawn, I can't hold both of these up together. So along with a new dawn, we also have blessed change. And it says a major life change brings you great blessings. And I feel like this is the fruition of this. So the thing that you've been working on that maybe you're worried about, and you're being asked, like, you're the last, don't give up right before the miracle happens. Here it is. So in between, we have a couple action steps. The self-forgiveness, kind of letting go of, and we've been talking about self-care. We've talked about that in our readings before. Not just hot baths and, cozy blankets and tea. Those things are great. I'm not knocking those things. But also, self-care isn't caring about yourself. And that's not selfish. That's survival. Okay? If you wouldn't let someone talk to someone you love that way, don't talk to yourself that way. All right? So there's two action steps. Letting go. Not just with the negative self-talk, but there's a situation or there's some kind of last little bit of, house cleaning, housekeeping that you're doing here. And that could be a relationship, that could be something at work. That could be a family drama. We all know about family dramas, right? It could be a family drama. Um, let that light of that dawn burn it away, because this is the eye on the prize, right? Blessed change. So what I'm getting here, like the thing that you've put in motion, this project, whatever it is that you've really just poured yourself into, is going to bring change in your life. And in order to kind of get out of your own way, stop the negative self-talk. Forgive yourself for whatever it is. It may not be negative self-talk, but just forgive yourself. Let go of that old situation. Throw open the curtains, literally and metaphysically, right? Let that light come in. Let it cleanse everything away so this change can come. Okay? So, I feel like this is very positive. It also feels very, again, there's like a little bit of that nebulous feel. That's Pisces. Pisces is, in the depths. It's very spiritual energy, very, if you're wanting Virgo energy, that's the opposite of Pisces. That's very, the devil's in the details, and, ABC, and counting all the little grains of sand. Pisces is not like that. It's a very, think about the ocean. Okay, and this goes along with our cards, but like being out in the ocean and that sort of, in that energy of the cosmos, and you're tapped in, and you can't name it, you can't pinpoint it, you can't put your finger on it or pin it down, or we're in that energy. And that's right before we hit Aries, that's right before things start solidifying. So let yourself be comfortable in that too, and do this. This is great work to do at this time, this forgiveness. Maybe y'all seen those little bumper stickers, or those little magnets, a little sign that says Jesus was a Pisces. He certainly wasn't a Capricorn. No offense to the Capricorns out there, but you know. Come on. All right, so Jesus is Pisces, forgiveness, right? A new dawn. This is spring. This is the spring coming. So just kind of be doing that work, having faith, and just preparing yourself for that change that's coming. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, by all means, put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to go over any of this with you all again. If there's something specific that you're like, I don't know about this, please feel free to ask. I hope everyone is having a fantastic week, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.